Elaine Nussbaum, and Donnie told me not to say this, rhymes with fussbomb. Elaine is apparently, it could have rhymed with anything, but Elaine is here to start some shit. Good things happen in history when women intend to misbehave. Huh? Maybe good things happen when all of us intend to misbehave and not accept the roles that people lay out for us. Okay. Alright, I'll do it on phone. Elaine Nussbaum is a retired special education teacher who lives in Scappoose, Oregon. She holds a certificate in poetics from the Naropa Institute. Wow. And an MFA in writing from Pacific University. Yeah. Her work has appeared in Poetry Seattle, Bombay Gin, Dog River Review, The Sun, Split Infinitive, Louisiana Literature, Women on the Brink, and forthcoming in Silk Road. Awesome. She self-published a chapbook, Poems in the Key of D-flat, the saddest of all keys, in 1992, and is hoping to publish another collection, Poems in the Key of C soon. Oh, it says C soon. Poems in the Key of C. All right, please welcome Elaine Nussbaum.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Well, thank you, Dami. And you, this is a little funny story. I'm a retired teacher, but I was subbing in kindergarten, and I tell my name is Miss N, and he said, well, what's your real name? It's Nussbaum. Well, we can't say that. We can't say bomb in school. We can't call you Miss Nussbaum. This needs to go down.
Tilt the thing up. Yeah, there.
I think it's good. Yeah. So I met Dami because we were both in the MFA program at Pacific, and then I also heard her on the radio. It might have been a Burn Tongue thing, but she was great. I've never met Tom, but I came to the Burn Tongue reading last year, and I heard him, and then I heard him at Wordstock, and he did this interview thing, and he said the interviewee asked him what his favorite book was and that he'd written, and he said The Man Who Fell in Love with the Moon, and I read that this fall, and that's the fucking best novel I've ever read. So, you gotta read that. I'm gonna read some poems. Right, so. I have to see and. Okay, can you hear like this?
You move this, pull those down. There you go.
Venus disappearing. Corner of paradise, cedar-shaped building, the white arbor and picket fence, ocean turning from black to cobalt to white, waves crashing, and the sound, the never-ending crashing. Dream. The room is shaking, the big one. You are supposed to run, but I can't run. Everything is moving. The walls are closing in, much less disturbing than the reoccurring dream of trying to conceive, though I am 8 years past menopause. Wait to find I am in a room by the ocean, sound of the world coming to me, sound of my heart. Venus disappearing as the sky turns from cobalt to gray to light blue and pink. Last evening, a line of bodies dark against shimmering sand moving like ants, tide way out. Were they dreaming of clams? Driving to the coast on a Friday evening through massive trees, through winding traffic and patches of white snow. Everyone driving to the coast on a Friday in January. We park our cars and stride to the edge of the ocean to look out and contemplate our little difficulties. On the edge of the world, waves keep crashing, never stop crashing, huge and white on dark sand. And the next morning, if you are patient as you sip your coffee, you will see the moment. The sea goes from a dark blue mass to gray to white, waves crashing against tan, and you will see Venus disappear. Will of the Bay, beginning of June. No seams, can you see them calm? Can you hear the ocean 5 miles away? Screeching woke me, a child, what's wrong? Merely diving turns, come on. Seals, is there salmon in this bay? I hold a periwinkle in my palm. One branch rubs against another, morning song. Tides out, the sky a gentle gray. Tides out, children move along. Skyscape reminds me of Thailand, Vietnam. We thought cow parsnip was ocean spray. Thunderheads gather on the horizon. A touch of sun on jade green hills. A song, an errant thought, a single ray. We can wander with such aplomb. If we try, these cedars become palms. In these temperate winds they sway. My nerves so frayed are calm. When I breathe here, nothing is wrong. These are all from my book, Calls in the Creek, PFC. Salmon spawning Sunday. Maple leaves drop like Sasquatch prints around solid firs and spindly snags. Fog spreads in eerie form. It's been raining for days. Then the sun emerges, a faint disk in the southern sky. Suddenly, a pair of coho, only dark shapes at first, a little ripple, a splash, then a fin, a fluorescent scaly side. Back and forth they dance, rise up, sing, ready gravel and soft mud. Then a splashing so violent it muddies the water to a froth. You see the bruised moth-eaten skin scraped raw, oozing red. We are all going home to a still place, surrounded by sleeping cedar with bearded fingers sweeping the surface of a dark pool, lacy alder dancing. Gefilte fish. When Tanti's best friend died, so did the recipe for gefilte fish. 7 kinds of poached and ground fish, carp and pike and salmon, carefully chosen from those vendors at the Pike Place Market. She knew 1/3 of the recipe, her best friends knew the other 2/3. The tiny white kitchen, the hand crank. Each woman wears a cotton apron embroidered with her initials, a net over blue hair. Parsley and salt symbolize the tears of the Jews wandering in the desert. There were harosis, the mortar, the matzah, the unleavened bread. The camellias outside the window explode scarletly. After my mother left, my grandfather treated us to Thanksgiving dinner at the Sheraton or the Hilton, so neither Grand Molly or Grand Minnie or Tansy had to cook. It was warm in the back seat of the Buick, my peacoat pulled tight to hide the running on nylons. I would see them sleeping on the benches in lumpy gray clothing or covered with tattered green blankets. On weekends, I would hitchhike with my girlfriends to First and Pike, and those men would lumber towards us with their hands outstretched and open their mouths with just a very few white teeth, and it was so dark I would feel like I was falling into that dark hole. I have one more salmon one, but I decided to read this one instead. Our kitchen has been overrun with these ants, not little sugar, but ants like this big. So I'm going to read this one. Ant sex. When I grabbed my journal off the picnic table, 2 carpenter ants were fighting, curled in a death dance, legs flailing, searching each other's bodies. They roll, bounce, separate, roll back together, their body segments. 3 body segments, then 6 are bound together, rolling pearlescent black bands encircle their stinger sections. They roll, ride, separate, come back together. Then it is over. 1 ant saunters away, the other patiently sifts through a pile of dirt. Do you have time for one more? Yes. Fly fishing, circa 1918. Somewhere in Washington State, she balances size 4 black lace-up leather shoes on a single river rock. The black leggings and wool knickers are too warm for this spring afternoon. Her dark hair normally hangs past her waist, is tied up in a loose bun. Fir and cedar line the banks where osprey wait to catch the same salmon she hopes to catch. Snowmelt has swelled this river, singing its own song on the way to the sea. The earth smells like warm bark. My grandmother Minnie grips the rod firmly, but her shoulders are beginning to hunch. She spots a flash in the river with those brown eyes.
Yes.